Untouchable.
What is up YouTube, it's your host Inelic Gamer here. This war was against a clan named VinaWarFare and we showed them how to wage wars. We destroyed 3 of the Town Hall 11s, all of the Town Hall 10.5s, all of the Town Hall 10s and 9s. They were not able to 3-star any of our Town Hall 11, they couldn't 3-star some of our Town Hall 10s also. So excellent base building efforts and excellent attacks got us this victory. In this video we'll be looking at some of the awesome Town Hall 9 attacks. The first attack will be on enemy number 21 by none other than the beast of our Town Hall 9's RoboCOC. If you look at this base is almost a Town Hall 10 base. Exception are the Inferno Towers and the air defense. So the X-bows, one of the X-bows is not maxed, so there are total 3 X-bows. The Archer Towers are maxed out, the Wizard Towers are maxed out, he has high level heroes, everything is maxed out, and still this base was destroyed by using only Town Hall 9 troops. So the attacker plans his attack in such a manner that he starts his attack by dropping one balloon on this mortar so that the golems don't go on another side of the base. He starts his attack from this end of the base, but if there was one mortar here, there was risk of one golem which he dropped here to move around this side. So he cleverly takes down this mortar before the start of the attack. Then he starts his attack by dropping the golems over here. He drops a jump spell over here to help his troops go into the base, kill the queen and the enemy clan castle troops. This kill squad was successful in destroying these 2 air defenses and clearing particular this section of the base. So then he started his attack by dropping the lava hounds over this air defense, and then he dropped his loons over in such a manner by using the haste spells very effectively, very nicely. He had used all his raise spell, heal spell, poison spell over here for his kill squad to destroy major portion of the base, because this base had lots and lots of high-end defenses. So he had only 3 haste spells remaining, but he used those haste spells very nicely and destroyed this base in matter of seconds. We'll see how the attacks works out. So he starts his attack by dropping the loon. Basically he starts his attack first by dropping the archers on this builder huts, and then he drops his loon on this mortar. He takes down this builder huts for the saving of the time in the end, and he drops one this troop golem here. Then he drops a wizard over here, so the golem is tanking the defenses and the wizards are clearing the troops, the buildings for the main funnel to enter the base. Then he drops a jump spell over here. The king, queen and the bowlers are over here, so there is a very nice and wide funnel made. He drops a poison spell over here. The queen will be taken down, a raid spell was being dropped and a heal spell is being dropped here. So all his troops are safe, all his troops are alive, and hence they will be able to destroy a major portion of the base. The king and the queen are at full health right now without their ability being used because of using of the heal and the raise spell over this segment. Then he starts his lava hound portion of the attack. He drops both of his lava hounds over here. He drops his loons over here. The queen and the king are doing their job. He drops the first haste spell over here to give a speed of boost to these loons, and they will be effectively successful in destroying this first air defense. Then the lava hound will be moving on to the second air defense, and these loons are destroying this area. Now he will be dropping his haste spell over here, which help this loon and to move on to this air defense, and these loons will be able to destroy this particular section of the base. The queen is still alive and doing her thing. Now there will be this X-bow hitting on the loons, so he uses his final haste spell, pushing all the loons very fast on this X-bow, and they will be able to destroy this X-bow, and finally moving on to the archer tower. And guys, only 2 loons remain, so it was a perfectly planned attack. There was no error on this attack, and he was able to destroy this base, which was basically a Town Hall 9.75, you can tell, in a matter of seconds. So, excellent attack by RoboCOC. We'll be now moving on to the next attack. So we will be now moving on to our next attack. This attack was done on enemy number 26 by our clan member Dia. So Dia uses his wall breakers very nicely and uses the jump spell very deep into the base in this attack. This is also a Golaloon attack, and if you look at this base has 3 level 3 X bows. So this base is pretty anti-air base in the sense that the queen is located here and all the air defenses are located a little bit far away from the queen. However, DI uses his wall breakers and jump spell very nicely to take out these two air defenses. He enters from this section of the base, uses his wall breakers over here, and then uses a rage spell over this section along with poison spell, killing the clan castle and the queen and dropping the wall breakers in a raged manner so that this wall is also broken, and then he uses a jump spell over here giving access to each and every segment of the base. So basically he was able to destroy the two air defenses as well as this particular section of the base using his kill squad. Then he starts the LavaLoon portion of the attack by dropping the Lava Hound on this segment from here so that this Archer Tower is focused on this Lava Hound so that the loons can take down this section of the base very easily. After this section was destroyed, the loons moved towards this section of the base where he had so many loons waiting for him, and he had rage spells which he used over these two areas to destroy this whole particular base, and only this section remained in the end with lots and lots of loons remaining. We'll see how the attack works out. So he starts his attack by dropping the archers on the builder hut. Always remember guys, you should take care of the builder huts located at the corners because in the end you need that few seconds to complete the victory. So he starts his attack by dropping the golems over here, and then he will be dropping 3 wall breakers to break open one particular segment of the wall. So he drops his wall breakers here which will break open this wall, and now he'll be sending his king as well as the bowlers. He drops his rage spell over, and the second 2 wall breakers will be breaking over this section of the wall. So the queen is down, enemy archer queen is down, the clan castle troops are started coming out. He dropped a poison spell over here, 2 poison spells were used here, the jump spell is here. So the kill squad is doing their job, the golems are already into this segment of the base, and the queen is also hitting this enemy defenses. The queen will be taking out this X-bow, the king is doing his thing. So entire this section of the base was cleared only by using his kill squad, and the queen finally destroys this air defense and then goes down. Now he starts his LavaLoon portion of the base. 2 lava hounds were deployed here. These archer towers, all these defenses are focused on these lava hounds while the loons are totally safe, and they destroy this section. He uses his first rage spell over here. The loons are empowered. Now the lava hounds will be moving towards this section of the base where he has lots of loons for backup. So he'll be using his second rage spell also here, and all these loons are completely safe because lava hound is tanking for the damage. Still one lava hound is alive which will be going on to this section of the base where it will be busted, and the few lava pearls will also help in the cleanup of the attack. So basically this was a very nicely executed attack and very nicely planned one, and this base was destroyed by this kind of attack in seconds. So after this attack we'll now move on to another type of attack. We'll go on to our next base right now. So the next attack is special one. It is called the Rage Valkyrie attack. This attack was done on enemy number 33 by our clan member Woolly Pancake. If you look at this base is a pretty much maxed out Town Hall 9 base. While on this base we generally would use a heal spell along with Valkyrie, but Woolly uses a rage spell in Valkyries. So this is basically a 5 healer queen walk attack using the Valkyries and clan castle bowlers along with the king. So the main role in this kind of attack is to do proper funnel. The queen was dropped here and he uses the baby dragons to create this section of the funnel. Then he dropped another baby dragon over here so that the queen would go inside the base. He dropped the queen here because he wanted to take down this air defense in the beginning of the attack because the healers are the core to this strategy. He wants all his healers to be focused on the queen and the queen must remain alive. He uses the rage spell generously on the queen to help her destroy this section of the base, kill the enemy clan castle troops as well as the king. So then he uses his barbarian king over this side to create this section of the funnel. He drops all the Valkyries over here so that the Valkyries and this clan castle bowlers go inside the base along with the queen, and in no particular time the Valkyries were almost inside the base, and as soon as they reached this section he dropped a rage spell over here, raging all the Valkyries, destroying the enemy archer queen as well as this X-bow. And when the Valkyries reached a particular section of the base which was having high hit point units like this town hall storages, he dropped another rage spell here which helped the Valkyries destroy all these buildings within no time. So most of the Valkyries are alive, and this base was 75% destroyed. So the idea in this kind of attack is to use the Valkyries in rage so that they can destroy the base within few seconds and their health remains up. So we'll see how this attack was worked out. So Wooly starts his attack by dropping the queen over here and all the healers on the queen. He drops a baby dragon over here to secure this section of the funnel. So this baby dragon will clear this, and the queen will tend to move towards this area. He is very generous in using the rage spells. He makes sure that he has only 2 rage spells available for his Valkyries. So the clan castle was triggered and they were focusing on the queen. He drops his wall breakers, which will break open this wall and help his queen to move inside the base. But for that he has to clear this section of the funnel, so he drops a baby dragon over here which help him to clear this troops and help the queen to move inside the base. He dropped a baby dragon over here to start with the cleanup of the troops, cleanup of the extra buildings. The queen is now on the barbarian king, the king is down, and he dropped his own barbarian king here to create this section of the funnel. He wants his Valkyries to go inside the base and not around it. He drops his bowlers to help with the cleanup. He drops all his Valkyries which was focused here. The queen is now alive. Now his role is to have the rage spell on the Valkyries at proper time. So he uses his king ability which helped all the Valkyries and few of the bowlers to go inside the base directly. He dropped few Valkyries over this section of the base also, and he dropped his first rage spell here which killed the enemy archer queen as well as the X-bow and all the buildings in this particular section. The bowlers were also enraged which helped them to destroy all these structures. Another rage spell was dropped here, and these high hit point buildings and the walls were being destroyed by the Valkyries within no time. The queen is at full health because of the healers on her, and you can see the number of Valkyries remaining on this base. There are so many bowlers and so many Valkyries. Now it is just a cakewalk, and this base will be destroyed very nicely, very effectively using the rage spell on the Valkyries. It's a new kind of attack and very effectively working. Now we'll move on to our next attack. This will be the last attack of this video, but it is a very special one. This attack was on enemy number 36 by G-Dragon. We'll start the replay and talk about the attack. So this attack is none other than the Mass Baby Dragon Queen Walk. So basically you can use such kind of attack on bases where all the air defenses can be destroyed by the queen if she reaches inside the base. So he uses the earthquake spells to help the queen go inside the base. The idea is to drop the queen over here and go inside the base and take all the 4 air defenses with the help of the queen. He starts his attack by dropping the baby dragon. Funneling is the key to such kind of attack. So you need to drop baby dragons very wisely and take out the extra buildings and create a very nice funnel so that the queen goes directly into the base. He drops one of the baby dragon on this storage because he needs his queen to go inside the base. He has wall breakers for that purpose also. So basically the queen is supported by the healers, and now after destruction of this building the queen will be directed into the base. He drops one giant to tank for his wall breakers, and all the wall breakers will be breaking on this wall, and now there is an entry into the base. So the queen is there still, all the 3 rage spells are there in his pocket. He drops his first rage spell and he would be able to use the queen ability because the Barbarian King as well as the clan castle troops are both focused here. So he uses his queen ability and drops the first rage spell over here, and now the queen is successful in entering into the base. So basically now the idea is to keep his queen very healthy with the help of the healers and the rage spell. He started his baby dragon, he drops his baby dragon over a period of time, keeping them away from the air defense in such a manner that they can clean up the extra buildings located outside, and which will help the queen and the troops to destroy the base. So it drops one after another baby dragons over this section, and these baby dragons are working on this area while being away from the air defense. So the queen is inside the base. He uses his king along with the bowlers in the clan castle. The king will be tanking for the damage and the bowlers will be destroying this section of the base. So the queen is inside the base into the core of the base, and she will in no time destroy this air defenses. So this air defense was destroyed by the bowlers. The king ability was used, and the bowlers and the king were successful in destroying this section of the base, including the enemy archer queen. The queen takes down the fourth last remaining air defense, and as soon as that air defense is destroyed, G Dragon wastes no time and drops all the baby dragons around the base, and there are so many baby dragons there is nothing going to stop them, and this base was shattered. It is very cool attack which you can use when all the air defenses are located very near to each other, and you can drop your queen and rush it into the base and take all those air defenses out. So this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the content, like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you are not already subscribed. What are you waiting for, guys? And don't forget to turn on that bell notification icon as a sign of support. This is your host, Indian League Gamer, over and out.